Hey guys, I just want to share a brief explanation of the events that have occurred since the full moon in Scorpio, which was on the 24th of April 2024. Scorpio is a very deep, intensive, and transforming sign, and the events that occurred publicly are very significant to the astrological configurations during this full moon period. So I'm just going to take you through some of the main events that occurred, and we'll analyze it through an astrological lens. So we've had the full moon energy up here in the 11th house, making a square to Pluto in the second house in Aquarius. Now, this is a chart based on the actual time and the occurrence of the full moon in tropical astrology. So what the main themes we've had: Pluto is the ruler, the modern ruler of Scorpio, and it was heavily involved in this full moon energy as it made a square aspect, which is a very intense kind of energy, and it usually means some kind of action is required. Something needs to be resolved, or something needs to be actioned, done. So the themes of Scorpio in the occurring events I'm going to take you through: finance, debt issues, inquiries, investigations, government legislations, and community representatives. So here's the moon up here. Now, it was in opposition to Taurus, the sun in Taurus at 4 degrees, and Pluto here in Aquarius. So let's go through the main events which actually occurred. Now, the first one, well, in no particular order, but what was really prominent in the news, in the media, around the time of this full moon was the Cresswell trial. He was up for rape and murder of the female show jumper, Katie Simpson. He made it look like a suicide, and apparently the police botched the investigation because they missed that it was actually a murder at the time. Cresswell then is found dead on the second day of the trial. And there's also 3 females are co-accused of withholding evidence, and there's now an inquest into the death of Cresswell. So this is a highly scorpionic event because it's to do with rape, it's to do with murder, and all this co-conspirators, so to speak, who tried to cover things up. And then the accused is actually found dead. There's so much mystery and intrigue surrounding this. But as interesting as it may be, they're still victims. Now, the young girl who was raped and murdered will have a family. And their family will want justice and resolution to this case. They'll want answers. So this is going to go on for a while. I've tried to find a date of birth for the murderer, and I need to keep digging. If anyone can help me with that, that would be great, because I would like to tie it all up, with the accused, the co-accused, and the victim as well. If we can find a date of birth for her, I can hopefully tie the whole thing up together at some point, but it's going to continue for quite a while. But this sums up the whole theme, really, of this Scorpio stuff, and it's all coming up, it's brewing up, and questions are being asked about all these circumstances. So a huge investigation is going to take place to everything that is surrounded by this case. We have had the health minister voting against the budget in the Northern Ireland economy because he was a shortfall to do with the health service. So he voted against it, and I think his whole party voted against it, and he announced his resignation a couple of days beforehand. But this was all to do with Pluto highlighting the second house. Let's go back here. Pluto highlighting the second house, house of money, finance. Pluto highlighting the lack of funding or the debt that this country is in. and the wealth that is required to make it function properly. So that's been really highlighted. And we've also we have Taurus, where the sun is in the full moon. You're always going to have the opposition from the moon in Scorpio to the opposite sign where the sun is in Taurus, and Taurus rules the sixth there, which is the planetary ruler is Venus, which is on the IC, and Venus is in Aries. Not particularly happy there, but speaking out, because Venus rules the sixth house. And we also have Uranus and Jupiter there. So it's about speaking out about the budget, which seemed to be unfair towards the health service. So lots of financial debt issues to do with the country, and it's all coming out. Let's go back to where we were. Yeah, so the shortfall in regard to the department requirements to function properly and provide a reliable health service, which we all know is struggling. So he's quite right. So the COVID inquiry began as well. And with that, that's a lot of digging and investigating to find out what actually occurred around this time and looking at the decisions and the policies that were made. And then we've had the missing documents as well. All of a sudden, all these documents go missing. Extremely Scorpio. There's other things going on that we don't know about. So mysteries and secrets. Then we've had the legacy investigation stopped, which was to do with the Troubles. So anyone who was a wrongful victim of the Troubles, their investigations have stopped completely, and there's a new governing body taking over that. So this is about moving forward away from the Troubles. And we're going to look now at the other councillors that were given mayorship. So in Belfast, we have had elected the first openly gay mayor in Belfast, who is an alliance councillor. So the Alliance Party are non-sectarian. They don't side with Protestant or Catholic or Unionist or Nationalist. And this, the new mayor is openly gay. We've had the first female black mayor in Derry / Londonderry. And we have to be careful of what we say in Northern Ireland, because there's a lot of people are very sensitive about the name giving to Derry or Londonderry. So that's because of the Unionist nationalist background. This triggered, because this lady was voted in, it triggered a resignation within the SDLP party. They were having issues with the selection process, but further digging shows that the interview, it was decided upon an interview basis. So there was certain controversy providing this, but what we can see from these developments, now this is 11th house stuff. So, excuse me, so the 11th house is the community, and we are welcoming in a transforming kind of way, new types of leaders to lead in the communities or to represent the communities. Because in the form of a mayor, you're representing the council as a whole. You're the governing person over the council, so to speak. And you're therefore representing the communities as well. So there's new leadership in the communities in having a gay mayor in Belfast and the first female black mayor in Derry, Londonderry. So this is a big move away from religious sectarianism, and it's more of an acceptance of alternative backgrounds. So based on whatever your beliefs or racial or sexual identification will be, this is all Pluto and Aquarius. It's transforming the communities and how we move forward. So there's a lot of deep transforming stuff that occurred with the Scorpio full moon. And all of those events concur with that particular energy. So there's going to be things I have missed as well. Things, that have come up to do with endings or stuff that's hidden, stuff that's secret. deaths, mysteries, anything that's taboo. So I think I've picked up on the main stories that were going on, but if there's anything else you think may be relevant to the recent full moon, please please comment with any stories or anything you would like to share. Or, some of it, we might be worth investigating some other stuff as well to see what's likely to change further in the future. So if you like these kind of updates, or if you want notifications to future uploads, please like and subscribe to the channel. And it's a beautiful weekend, so enjoy the weather. Have a lovely weekend. Thank you.